Hey everyone, let's check out a new fan story about Season 4, Episode 3. Please subscribe and like our video to support our small channel to grow. It means a lot to us. The moon hung high over Fromville, casting eerie shadows that danced across the walls of the survivors' homes. The tension was palpable. Inside the cramped living room of the Matthews family, Julie held Ethan close, whispering reassurances neither of them truly believed. Across town, Boyd sat on the edge of his bed, his shotgun loaded, his mind a storm of paranoia and rage. Meanwhile, Smiley was on the move. He approached the small cabin Fatima and Ellis shared, his grotesque grin splitting his face in the dim light. He tapped on the window, a slow, deliberate rhythm. Fatima froze. She had been restless, haunted by nightmares ever since the baby she thought was hers became something far worse. Smiley's muffled voice floated through the glass, smooth and mocking. "Can I say hello to my mother?" he crooned. His tone was sweet, but his words were venom. Fatima clutched her stomach instinctively, tears welling in her eyes. Ellis grabbed her arm and pulled her away from the window, his face pale with fear and fury. Smiley leaned closer, his grotesque features pressing against the glass. "You don't want to know what he'll do to your husband if you don't let me in, or do you?" Elsewhere, Victor sat alone in his room, staring at the scattered drawings of monsters, memories, and fragments of a life he couldn't quite piece together. A faint tapping broke his focus. He turned slowly, his heart sinking. Outside his window stood Smiley. "Victor!" Smiley hissed, his grin somehow growing wider. "You don't remember everything, do you?" Victor's hands clenched the edge of his desk. He didn't respond. Smiley tilted his head, his voice soft and cruel. "I killed your mother. Did you ever wonder why?" Victor's face twisted in pain, but Smiley wasn't finished. "Open the window, and I'll tell you who killed your sister. Or maybe she's not dead at all. What if I could show you?" Victor stood, trembling, but he didn't move toward the window. He knew better. Smiley let out a low laugh, the sound grating and hollow. "You'll come to me eventually, Victor. You always do." At Colony House, Donna paced the main room, her stern demeanor masking the exhaustion she felt. The monsters had become more aggressive, their nightly assaults pushing everyone to their limits. The night was eerily quiet when the first whisper came. "Donna, come outside. It's safe now." She stopped in her tracks, her brow furrowing. The whispers grew louder, overlapping and urgent. She grabbed her rifle and moved to the door, her instincts warring with the strange compulsion in her mind. Suddenly, the door burst open. A swarm of monsters flooded in, their grotesque forms illuminated by the faint moonlight. Donna fired, taking down two before a clawed hand gripped her throat. She fought, but the monsters were too many. Her screams echoed into the night, silenced as quickly as they came. By dawn, the survivors found her body outside, a cruel warning scrawled in blood on the walls. "You're next." The monsters' aggression grew as the days wore on. They began speaking in the voices of loved ones, calling to the survivors through windows and doors. Boyd nearly lost himself one night when he heard Abby's voice, soft and pleading. "Hey, Boyd, it's me. Let me in," she said. He stood, frozen by the door, his hand hovering over the lock. It took the sound of Julie's scream from another room to snap him out of it. At the same time, the boy in white appeared to Ethan again. "You can't trust the voices," he warned. "They'll use your memories against you, but there's a way to fight back. You just have to listen." The Yellow Suit Man's ultimatum. Deep in the tower, the Yellow Suit Man stood before Tabitha and Jade, his face a mask of rage and control. "Stop digging," he snarled. "You're meddling with forces you don't understand. If you keep this up, no one will survive, not even the children you're so desperate to save." Tabitha stepped forward, defiant despite her fear. "We've lost too much already. We're not stopping." The Yellow Suit Man smirked, leaning in closer. Then say goodbye to Victor, your son, and your daughter. They're my next targets." The tension thickened, the stakes higher than ever as the survivors faced a world unraveling around them. What will happen next? Stay tuned for more fan theories and stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let us know how you think this season will unfold.